Hello and welcome back to Love with Virginie. I am Virginie, your host, and this is episode 3 of the Self-Worth Reset series, where we are peeling back the layers of what is really happening when your career looks fine on the outside, but forward movement feels harder than it should. And if you're watching this, I already know a few things about you. I know you are an achiever. I know you are not at the beginning of your career. I know that you're not here because you feel lost. I know you're here because you're ready for more. But something invisible is holding you back. So let's dive into this conversation, which is called The Subtle Way Self-Worth Controls Your Decision. Let me start with a very specific scenario. If you feel drawn to something bigger, a role, a challenge, a shift, but you keep finding reason to wait, telling yourself, I'm not quite ready yet, I need a bit more experience, or I should do more research first. If you've said any of this to yourself, this conversation is for you. Let me say this again. This is not about confidence. You are likely a confident person. You have built a career. You have degrees. You have credentials. You have a track record. Your family probably sees you as successful. So no, you don't need more confidence. What's happening here is more nuance, really. I know this pattern firsthand because I lived it. On paper, everything checked out. Yet, when it came to going for the next level, the bolder move, the bigger vision, I hesitated. Not because I couldn't do it, but because somewhere along the way, my sense of worthiness became conditional. And when self-worth shrinks, ambition doesn't disappear. It just gets smaller and safer. Let's go back to something fundamentally here. I know you're good at setting goals. And I bet you always have been. At some point in the past, you have decided, I want that role. And you made it happen. And the ability didn't just disappear. So now when you find yourself endlessly preparing, stuck in research mode, waiting for someone to notice you, telling yourself the opportunity will come to you if you just work hard enough. That isn't laziness. That is not a lack of clarity. That's self-worth quietly applying the brakes on your ambition. And usually, there's a reason. Along the way, something happened. Maybe a role didn't work out. Trust was broken. You were softly discouraged by someone you respected. You were made to feel like there was an invisible ceiling. Or you absorbed a message, directly or indirectly, that people like you don't go that far. Sometimes the ceiling is imposed from the outside, but sometimes it quietly becomes something you carry inside. But either way, it stopped shaping your decision. You don't suddenly stop wanting more, you just stop acting on it. This is where self-leadership actually begins. Not externally, but internally. And I will say this gently but clearly. Nobody is coming to open the door for you if you are not already walking towards it. Opportunities don't appear because we want them. They appear because we position ourselves for them. Every meaningful opportunity I had in my career came from a decision first. I decided what I wanted, and then I aligned my decision with that, my action with that decision. Not perfectly, not without fear, but intentionally. And if you feel stuck right now, and you can't quite explain why. If your action don't match what you say you want, that's not a motivation problem. That's a signal that something deeper deserves your attention. That is exactly the layers the Self-Worth Reset program address. Not your strategy, not your CV, but the internal permission that precedes movement. If any of this resonates with you and you want to explore it further, I invite you to book a conversation with me on my website. I will drop the link below in the comments. Before I close this video, I will leave you with this. You don't need to be more ready than you already are. You need to feel worthy of going after what you want before the certainty arrives, because clarity often follows action, not the other way around. If this series resonates with you, let me know in the comments and share it with someone who need to hear it today. Until then, thank you for watching.